Sister spouses David Woolley gives significant green banner. While some sister spouses watchers have seen warnings in Christine earthy-colored Woolley and David Woolley's relationship, that isn't true for everybody. Presently, different fans are seeing one significant green banner that Christine's new spouse, David, radiates. David Woolley procures a go-ahead with fans. While numerous things are going ideal for Christine earthy-colored Woolley and David Woolley's relationship, there have been a couple of warnings spotted. Be that as it may, Christine gloats about David being a hot granddad and a magnificent father. Similarly, she loves the way much he thinks often about his family and presently hers as well. Moreover, David is okay with himself. He unhesitatingly says individuals can like him or not, however, he's actually going to be what his identity is. However, after the most recent episode, fans see something new specifically that makes them give David the go-ahead to push ahead even at their quick pace. David Woolley gives significant green banner. On Reddit, Sister Spouses fans examine how David Woolley refreshingly upholds Christine earthy-colored Woolley. According to Initial, a client, in the event that I notice anything to David it works out. They comment, I would wed him as well. When David had been looking for a hot tub, Christine really wanted to spout over his expeditiousness. She takes a gander at David and proclaims, "You truly do nothing most of the way, darling." Particularly, when Christine looks at her ongoing spouse to her recently shared husband, Kody Brown. Truly, she felt like Kody never found time to do the plans he discussed with their yard. Without a doubt, it is distinctly not the same as her relationship with Kody, and she isn't sitting around idly. Presently, Christine and David are moving into their new home and she is past excited. Someone else adds, "I concur, it's perfect. I recently referenced that I needed to take a stab at something yesterday, and today he gave it to me. Who couldn't adore that?" Another fan adds, "I too wedded a man who is excited about addressing my necessities." 10 out of 10 suggest this kind of accomplice for everybody. Exactly. What's more, when you go from somebody like Kody to being with somebody like David who is so anxious to cause you to feel adored, you would comprehend the reason why they moved quick. I genuinely trust that when you know, you know. Some fans talk about the past. After the underlying post about David Woolley being more mindful of Christine earthy-colored's requirements, different fans examine her past. Another person notes, "When they showed film of Christine's lawn in Flagstaff, I said correct. That is an image of the OG3 under Kody. Disregard, disregard, disregard. So miserable. Happy she has David now." Another individual adds, "Those yards should not be looking that ratty when you figure the number of individuals that need to assist, particularly more established teens. Kody ought to have been managing some kind of yard work task diagram. However, I feel like he's an each spouse for herself sort of man that couldn't coordinate right out of a paper sack. I can comprehend the reason why Kody would have no desire to put cash into it in light of the fact that, evidently, that was a brief home for Christine until they based on CP. Like how they got the strange inflatable pools and the little shed for the young ladies worked out of irregular bits of wood in the Vegas rentals. However, when they didn't even try to do anything to the super durable homes in the cul-de-sac, where they should be perpetually, then, at that point, it's like alright, definitely, how about we simply have a lot of free soil and rock for a lawn? David Woolley is undeniably more mindful of Christine's longings. For Christine Brown to find David Woolley who accommodates her requirements as well as concentrates on them is striking. Prior in the season, Janelle Brown brought up that Kody Brown frequently preferred Robin and her requirements over different spouses. During the previous episode, Janelle talks about how Kody secures Robin's bequest. Janelle specifies how decent Robin's lawn was. Moreover, Janelle alludes to Robin's lawn, it was totally gotten done and there was dependable stuff at her home. Janelle noticed that Kody didn't focus on her needs, too great to be valid? Be that as it may, some sister spouses fans question on the off chance that David Woolley has an ulterior rationale. While Christine Brown is lolling in the adoration, certain individuals are concerned David could be love bombarding her to have the option to control her. That can have its own arrangement of difficulties as well. However, I most certainly get why that would be interesting to her, as she has never had anybody getting things done for her. I love this for her. Indeed. Her new life partner really pays attention to her, esteems her viewpoints, and needs to satisfy her. Without a doubt. It's called love besieging. However, I don't get those energies from him. I can see where this couldn't be, fundamentally, something to be thankful for. Another fan states, I wouldn't call it love besieging. I call it being an accomplice who minds and tunes in. Concur. I'm so burnt out on these terms like love besieging. It's insane that somebody can really show friendship and consideration and need to satisfy you and another person has a toll in and say that it's simply love bombarding. Such individuals have clearly never felt a genuine regular love. Concur. An excessive number of individuals have taken hold of these psychotherapy terms and can't perceive the genuine significance versus ordinary genuine feelings. Everybody is a rocker specialist. Daddy issues. Christine is doing the adoration. Are there pieces of information that sister spouses star? Christine earthy-colored Woolley has some huge daddy issues? She has turned into an amazing powerhouse when she left Kody Brown. Presently, she has tracked down new love with David Woolley. However, is there more going on in the background? Continue to peruse for additional subtleties. Pieces of information. Christine Brown has huge daddy issues. Christine earthy-colored Woolley is having a hit-or-miss season in view of who is inquired. Season 19 of Sister Spouses shows how she and her currently husband, David Woolley, met and became hopelessly enamored. It is sweet as she is being revered and getting to encounter genuine affection, something she passed up during her union with Kody Brown. Simultaneously, Season 18 finished off with Christine and David's wedding unique. In this way, watchers definitely know how the story closes. They have seen them seal the deal and all of the satisfaction that goes with it. It feels tedious and over the top to those prepared for another storyline. In any case, the greatest battle for watchers is watching Christine's kids. They are exceptionally worried that their mom is hurrying into everything with David. Christine knows how they feel, yet has conceded she couldn't care less and won't stop for anybody. She is similar as an overjoyed teen having just been with Kody before she viewed as her first love, David. Fans are addressing in the event that she has daddy issues in view of her behavior. A Reddit string was begun where the overpowered recommended Christine earthy-colored Woolley had daddy issues with how she discusses her relationship. They referred to this. She begins each sentence with how long they've been together. Then, at that point, laughs strangely when she says she'll be moving in and living in transgression. Simply feels like the whole thing has been finished to demonstrate hatred for Kody as opposed to embrace her adoration. Presently, some Sister Spouses fans wanted to demonstrate hatred for Kody. I'm 100% good with it being a foo to Kody. Then, at that point, many concurred she had father issues and they were tormenting her and her new sentiment. Get help first. A Sister Spouses fan proposed the family all seek treatment. They were immediately helped that all to remember the spouses and Kody Brown had gone at various times to attempt to deal with through their problems. Tragically, it was sufficiently not to keep the plural family joined together. With respect to Christine earthy-colored Woolley's daddy issues, this is the very thing that Redditors needed to say. This whole family has daddy issues, including kidney. I'm staying here watching the most recent episode right now, and keeping in mind that I'm glad for her. The manner in which she talks about this relationship with David feels odd and extra. Kody has conceded that he has daddy issues in the past in light of how he is with his own kids. He simply never took care of his concerns and is as yet alienated from his youngsters. Whether Christine is searching for adoration or approval through this new relationship moving at lightning speed is hazy. Despite what she is doing, ideally, it endures, and she has found the fate of Sister Spouses has come into question as the family has cracked and is done carrying on with a polygamist way of life. Kody Brown makes them remain spouse, Robin Brown. His different spouses Christine, Janelle, and Mary have left him. The relational peculiarity is presently totally unique. Season 19 has zeroed in on Christine Brown as she begins her new life subsequent to separating from Kody. Christine found love again with her flow spouse David Woolley, and the season vigorously centers around this relationship. The weighty spotlight on Christine doesn't look good for the show in general. The Sister Spouses continue on. The ebb and flow time of sister spouses centers around the ladies of the family continuing on. Exes Christine, Janelle, and Mary have begun their new lives subsequent to leaving Kody Brown. Kody is as yet hitched to his fourth spouse Robin. As the show creates some distance from the polygamist marriage that it was established on, the eventual fate of the show comes into question. Janelle is reclassifying her life after her split from Kody. Mary has gotten away from Flagstaff and is zeroing in on her overnight boarding house. Christine has tracked down adoration with David Woolley. Robin and Kody are figuring out how to live in a monogamous marriage. Sister Spouses has no reasonable course on the most proficient method to incorporate the four families into one durable show. Christine Brown and David Woolley, the conceivable future. Christine Brown has found genuine affection in her currently spouse, David Woolley. Season 19 spotlights on the improvement of their relationship. Up to this point, fans have had the option to track with as they began dating, moved in together, and became locked in. The show even highlighted the couple searching for their future wedding scene. The couple have confronted unforgiving analysis for pushing ahead so quickly. Christine's youngsters have been included, voicing their interests about their mother continuing on so rapidly with David. Christine has consoled her kids, however she additionally said that she wouldn't dial anything back for them. Fans have had negative remarks about Christine not permitting her youngsters time to conform to her new life. Fans are addressing assuming Brown and Woolley are the eventual fate of the sister spouses establishment. There have even been conversations of tender loving care getting a twist going, like how they managed 19 children and then some, and its side project relying on. Fans are anxious to figure out how attention chooses to manage the earthy colored family and the fate of sister spouses.